back to This Wasn't in the MLS. I'm Megan.
And I'm Sean. And today we're going to cover something that we probably don't talk about enough if we are balancing work and life, or if we're just kind of pretending that we are.
We're
Probably.
pretending we are. So, Sean, do you think that we balance work and life efficiently?
No, definitely not.
Why?
Because, like, it is hard in real estate with just working a 9 to 5, but you kind of have to force yourself to. And I feel, especially Megan, she likes to work until 10 o'clock at night if I would let her.
I really hope that this podcast doesn't start an argument, Sean. But in my defense, work never stops, right?
That is true, but you gotta make it stop sometimes.
Yeah, I think I've gotten better though.
Yeah, I think over the years you've worked it out a little bit.
Yeah,
Still got some work to do, but
yeah.
it gets better.
My thing is, first of all, I love my job. Like, you know that. And I wouldn't do it as efficiently and as good as I do it if I didn't love it. So I'm very, very passionate about it. But at the same time, I've organized myself better the last couple of years or like maybe even the past year, that like I've given myself, okay, like I work from 9 to 5, and that's like mandatory for me, is every Monday through Friday is I work from 9 to 5. And that's, I think since starting to do that, I've done all of my work during the day and have gotten better. I'm not perfect, but I've gotten better with, leaving work at work in a sense. But also, like with real estate, it's so hard because like you could put in an offer at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then your offer is like, okay, they're calling you at 7 o'clock at night, and like you have to answer that call, or like you have to tend to your clients who need urgent answers and stuff like that. And I know that you have a different insight on that. Like you have a different perspective than I do.
Yeah, I mean, like I do understand with some things because real estate is obviously different than a lot of people. Like a lot of our clients do work a 9 to 5 job, so they can't answer, and they're calling or they want to see houses after they get out of work. So there are times that it is harder than others. But like for me, if my phone's ringing at 8 o'clock at night, I'm not picking up. I'm not answering them.
Yeah.
Like where you will.
Yeah. Well, Sean thinks that. And like, while I can understand, like, I get it. Like,
Yeah.
Sean thinks people shouldn't be calling you at 8 o'clock at night. And I don't know. Like, I agree. Like, should they be? Maybe not. But maybe things, yes, can wait until the morning. Most things can probably wait until the morning. But I don't know. Like, I'm more of like a do it now when it comes to real estate, I guess. Like, just do it now, get it over with, so I don't have to deal with it tomorrow. Especially a lot of times, like the way, especially during like busy season, the way my schedule works, which I feel like busy season, I'm just like nonstop. It's like so burnout. Like, I just want to die. But when you have like 11 deals going at once, which was my July of last year, and when we went on the cruise was like a disaster. But when you have that many deals going, it's like, all right, I'm just going to do this now, even though it's like 8 o'clock at night. So, because my day tomorrow is packed, so like I don't have time to take care of this tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, I think I've gotten better.
Yeah, and you try to take at least one day off. Like you try to take Sundays off.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's times you can't, but
Right.
you try to at least do that one day a week.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, we definitely don't have it all figured out. It's not it's not easy. Like
No, it's definitely not easy, especially in this kind of business, because you never know. You never know what's going on. You never know what you could have your Monday completely empty, and then
yeah.
by 9 a.m. you have showings and phone calls to answer. Like it could just go from a nothing day to completely crazy.
And I think it's such a common misconception. Like the general public feels like real estate agents are like just there and they don't do anything. And like that is such the farthest thing from the truth. And like I wish like if you're a consumer and you think that way, walk a day in my shoes and tell me I mean, you weren't in real estate for what, basically 5 years. I mean, I've been in real estate for 5 years, but you weren't in real estate for 5 years. I mean, what did you think about real estate agents before I became a real estate agent?
I mean, you don't see what they do behind the scenes. Like with all the contracts and the amount of phone calls, text messages, dealing with the lenders and inspectors. Like there's a lot that goes behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah. And half the stuff, like I just had a seller who he's going to close on Friday, but, you know, we needed a variance for his property. So I got the variance. And if you don't know what a variance is, it's basically like you need approval from the neighboring property. For this particular instance, he needed approval to keep his gazebo in the yard setback lines because at whatever time that the gazebo was built, it was built inside the yard setback lines. So he needed a variance, which is approval from the neighbor, that he could leave that gazebo there in order to sell his house. So I got the email from the community that they needed the variance, and what did I do? I didn't even call my client. I called the neighbor and I said, and I found her phone number and I said, hey, I need you to sign this variance that says, you know, you're okay with the gazebo staying there. Like, are you okay with this? And she was like, yeah, you know, send it over to me. And I sent it over to her, sent it out for signatures. I filled the whole thing out and I sent it over back to the community with the pictures of the gazebo. And then I called my client and I said, hey, just so you know, we had this issue, but I already fixed it. Like, we're good. All is done. All is good. So there's so many things that they don't see. Like, they didn't know I had to find that random lady's phone number and somehow find it. And then once I finally found the right phone number and then filled out the paperwork and everything else, like, there's so many issues that come up in a transaction, and half the time I'm fixing the issues. And why scare a client almost and like be like, you know, I know how to fix this. Like, I know how to fix this issue without the client even freaking out about it. So let me just fix it. And like, those are things. And there's other agents that'll be like, well, I have to tell them everything because they want the spotlight on that. I don't do that shit. Like, let's just get this done. You know, let's just get the transaction done. But there's so much more behind that we do. It's like insane. I mean, going back to New Jersey, right? They use attorneys, and it's like, I don't think it's easier because I am licensed in New Jersey too, but it's very different. Like, the attorneys do everything we do here. Mm-hmm. So we're doing the attorney's work and we're doing the real estate agent work in Pennsylvania completely.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's like that South Park episode where they're taking headshots and they think they're going to make $1 million.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That was so funny. Did you send me that video or did we see it on
we saw it
on
in
TV?
At the awards. They had it on the screen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Tim and Heather.
Tim put it
they
up.
showed us that. That was so funny. Yeah, there was a South Park episode that They were taking a whole bunch of headshots, and they're like, I'm going to make $1 million and be a millionaire tomorrow because I'm going to sell a bunch of real estate. What you see on HGTV is not real life.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to work your butt off to become successful in real estate.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in it, what, how many months now? 3?
3.
Like 3 months. And you really have to put in a lot of work to even find a client.
Yep.
So it's not just, you don't just take a test and show up to work and have clients barging your door down to go see houses.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to reach out. I mean, like, I'm always on Marketplace looking for sale by owners, like, which there's a lot of them on Marketplace. I hope there's no other agents watching now. But I'm always doing something to get more clients, and there's just a lot.
It's also not cheap to be an agent either.
No.
The upfront costs, and like you can join like Zillow or Realtor.com and you can get leads.
Yeah.
But they don't always pan out to be serious.
Yeah.
And it gets expensive.
Well, not only that, like, marketing's expensive. I put at least $1,000 into every listing I get in marketing. Mm-hmm. And then taxes, like, we don't pay taxes out of every paycheck. So it's...
Yeah, you got a budget. And because you're self-employed, they're a lot more. It's like 30% you got to put away.
Yeah, which I'm very good at that.
Yeah.
I'm very good at that. So that goes into risk versus, what was it? Risk. Who's the risky one and who's the safe one? Who plays it safe and who risks everything?
I definitely play it way more safe than Megan does.
What do you mean?
She comes up with an idea and it's just, yep, I'm doing this. It doesn't matter. Her thing is you gotta spend money to make money.
Yeah.
And she does.
She does.
Both. She does both.
She does both. I think without risk, there's no reward. So if you just sit comfortable with everything that you're doing, where does that take you?
Yeah.
Nowhere. I definitely have to, like, talk Sean into a lot of things. Like, I have to be like, listen. And his best saying is, you're going to do it anyway. So why are you even asking me? And I'm like, well, while I respect Sean, while I respect you, I think that the bigger the risk, the better the reward. For the most part.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have stupid ideas, but...
Yeah, sometimes.
But, like, I am also the type of person that, like, if the risk isn't super huge, like, try it out. And if you don't like it, then you drop it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, if it were up to me, I would spend every last dime that we had and put it into, like, a bunch of real estate and stuff like that. And Sean's like, nope, we're not doing that. We need to keep a savings. And I'm like, I would just dump all of our money into something.
Yeah, you definitely would. So I gotta take it down a couple notches every now and then.
Couple. Not many. So we kind of went off course just a little bit, but with just starting real estate, when do you feel the most overwhelmed?
I don't know. It's a good question. Like I've had 2 deals close, and so they were kind of spaced out from each other. So I haven't had like
The real, like,
client after client after client. Like it's just like it's been evenly spaced.
yeah.
So I haven't really. I mean, really, the overwhelming part is just probably for me being new is learning all the contracts and what paperwork you need for the buy side, the sell side, rent side. Like there's a lot of different forms and papers you need for each side.
Yeah. I think teaching you is slower, but only because like I started during COVID, which the market was literally insane. One of the people in my office said like a monkey could sell a house in COVID. Like it was just crazy. So I did my first deal, and Heather, my broker, our broker, like walked me through that deal. And I took that contract and just literally took that information and used it on all my future contracts. But I was like thrown to the wolves because it was just so crazy back then. Like it was just literally, you had to learn right away. And you learned everything very fast during COVID.
Yeah.
But
you handled it.
I handled it. I handled it. Yeah. I know, like, I would say that my downfall is I get, like, obsessive with work.
Yeah. Well, I've never met somebody that loves their job as much as you do. Like, you just absolutely love doing it every single day.
Yeah. I don't know. But like I'm in my environment too. Like I like working with people and I like meeting different people but listen, there's people that I wish I never met in real estate. There are people that, not that I work with like closely, but I'm saying like there are clients that are absolutely terrible. I've dropped clients before because they completely disrespected me. Like, I'm not afraid to do that stuff. Like, yeah, I love my job, but you're not going to take my happiness out of my job.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I'm not letting that happen.
Yeah, sometimes it's not worth it.
No.
It's not worth it at all.
It's not worth the money. Nothing is worth your mental health. Like, if somebody is literally, and I've had like terrible clients, like they'll, call you 15 times a day. I'm like, there's nothing, and like yell at you.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, like I didn't sign up for this because I am not dealing with that shit.
Yeah.
And it's just disrespectful. Like first of all, I have multiple clients. You're not my only client. Secondly, I don't need, like, I'm not the type of real estate agent that's going to sit there and get disrespected and want your money out of your house sale. That's not me. I'm not going to like ruin my entire day because you want to think you're a bigger person and you're better than me.
Yeah. And
try and ruin my 45 days of getting you to the closing table. But that's just not worth it for me. I'm not that kind of person, and I'm not scary. I'm a nice person. So I mean, you think I'm nice, right?
Sometimes. For the most part.
I'm nice.
I know.
I'm nice to everybody, really. Unless you disrespect me, then I'm not nice.
We were actually at the car dealership the other day, and the guy was going to Megan and saying how that she must be the tough one because she just blank stare and just almost like not even agreeing about the car because she wasn't completely happy with it, but he just kept saying like, "Oh, you're tough. You're tough to deal with."
And I'm looking at Sean, and I'm like, "I'm tough." And then he's like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "New Jersey." And he's like, "Oh, I knew that. I knew that." And I wasn't even saying it. Like, like everything he was saying, I was like smiling and nodding and whatever. But that was the second dealer we were at. So I was just like, I don't want to be here anymore. But I think there's a difference between being tough and being like confident in what you're saying, like what you're doing.
Yeah, there is.
Like, I'm not tough. But I'm not, like, I'm just not gonna, I've been through so much in my life that, like, I'm done being walked all over by certain people. Like, nobody's gonna tell me a lie and I'm not gonna catch it, you know? So, just as people don't trust real estate agents. I don't trust car salesmen. That's a rough business.
Yeah.
So going back to, life versus work balance, we obviously have two kids but they, get the world. They're both super spoiled and we definitely balance them, I think.
Yeah.
Like they're happy kids.
Yeah.
As long as they have their snacks. At least Wyatt.
Yeah.
But lately we've been trying to, Sean had so when I got pregnant with Wyatt, you never have a plan for kids, right? Carrie was already 8.
Yeah.
So it was.
You were in real estate and I worked a regular 7 to 3 job, and then
Yeah.
I just quit that and I started a dumpster rental company,
Yep.
and I did that for a little over a year. But we really didn't have a plan for once Wyatt came, and one day I sunk my truck. I got it stuck. I sat in my truck for 4 hours with 103 fever. Had to wait for a tow truck that never showed up, and then
I brought him
yeah.
Motrin. I brought him Motrin.
And after that, I basically said I was done. I never went back to it.
Yeah, so it was hard though. Like
Yeah.
not only that, people will do, and I feel bad for people in this type of business or like any type of self-service business almost. Not self-service, but what's the word? Like when you don't have to meet the owner, you're just.
It's just you're a service.
Yeah, service, but it's like all online. So like people were booking online and then they were using like a credit card and then they would cancel the credit card after. So we
after
couldn't
I went to
auto
the dump,
charge.
yeah.
Yeah. So it started to become like, even though we weren't out a ton of money, it was like $2,000, but I was getting so frustrated because like I was working the back end of that business and we did really well. Like, don't take this as a, they failed in like their first year. No, like I'll just say it, like we made 70 grand our first year in dumpster rentals. I mean, we built that business in like 9 months very quickly. Awesome marketing that somebody learned in real estate. And, but it started to, like, we had, at that point, had the baby, had Wyatt, and then it was like, all right, well, somebody needs to stay home because Wyatt's a newborn, and, like, we're not putting him in daycare as a newborn.
Yeah.
And, like, it ended up being Sean because I love to work. No.
It just, like we said before, like she loves her job. She would never give it up for anything. Like, I'm not saying like for the kid, but like,
Ouch.
but you weren't going to stay home.
No, I
'Cause you-
couldn't,
yeah.
though. In reality, I mean, I've been in this business for, it was what, 3.5, 4 years
Yeah.
by that time. And like, I still had clients. I still had people calling me. It wasn't like I could just, okay, I'm going to stay home all day and not work.
Yeah.
Now, there's a couple moms in real estate that like I've seen them take their babies on showings and stuff. Full respect for moms. And like, this is not, I personally, as a person, didn't feel like that was the business that I represented to bring my kids to showings. I didn't feel like it was professional for me to do that.
Yeah.
And you agreed. It wasn't like, oh yeah, like you could just bring the kids. Like, no, it was a mutual decision that it wasn't a professional look to bring your baby. And it's too hard. It's like you have a baby that's bottle fed and like What if he needs a bottle during the showing? Hold on, my baby pooped. Let me go change his diaper. You know? So with that and what you said was essentially why we closed the business.
Yeah.
But then Sean was getting his license for over a year. Like you were getting your license before we even started that business, weren't you?
Yeah.
So you finally got it.
Yeah, I was gonna just help you out when you got like so overwhelmed with people, because there's times where you have 2-3 clients that want to see houses on the same Saturday. So I was gonna help out
Right.
where I could, but I was still gonna do the dumpster business. But then we just decided to close it. We sold it, and
Yeah.
and then we ended up. So I stayed home for a little over a year with Wyatt.
Went stir crazy.
Yeah.
I told him it's hard.
And then I finally finished my license. We put Wyatt in daycare, and the rest is history.
Yeah. It was a crazy last couple of years, though. I mean, I stayed home with Carrie when she was born. Obviously, this was going on 10 years ago now. Whew. Getting old here. Just kidding. Going on 10 years now. But I told Sean, I was like, if this is something you want to do, like, I appreciate that. And I do, because I could never do that again. I'm a great mom and I love my kids. Tell them.
She is.
But I am not built to be a stay-at-home mom. And God bless the stay-at-home moms. I don't know how they don't go absolutely insane. But I feel like my personality is I need to be doing something that feels productive and rewarding. And not that raising your kids is not rewarding. It's just, it makes me go crazy. Like, that's not my type of, I don't want to say, like, it's not my type of reward. Like, it's not the type of reward that I feel super accomplished at. And it's very possible to work and raise your children at the same time, which now we're both doing that. And Wyatt's in daycare 4 days a week, every day except Tuesday, which has worked. And I've put a chain on Sean that he has to start working 9 to 5 and every day, except for Tuesdays.
I get distracted very easily.
By laundry.
By anything.
Dishes. Laundry. Dirt. A paperclip.
I am also terrible at just sitting at a desk. Like, I'm really bad at that.
Sean's always been a blue collar worker, so he's always done, like, you've always done, like, machine stuff, or, like, you have your small engine mechanics degree, and
I have a welding certificate.
Yep.
Like, I do all the blue collar stuff, and this is the first time of really having, like, a full on kind of desk job, like, where you have to spend a lot of time in front of a computer filling out contracts.
A lot of time on a computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sean yells at me because I don't do enough. He's like, you need to get up and walk around. You need to move. I'm like, I can't. I'm working. But Sean's definition of working is like physically doing stuff. So it's been a big transition for you, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind, like, I actually enjoy, like, the going out showing part, because I'm just out doing stuff. Where, like, I mean, you like it too, but you can sit in front of a computer and just
all day
for
long.
Hours
and not eat anything. Yeah. And forgot I didn't eat.
Yeah. And
be starving by the time I get home.
Where I sit down, I work for like an hour, and then I have to get up. Like, I have to get up and move, otherwise I go crazy.
Yeah, we have a rule now that Sean's not allowed to do dishes or laundry during 9 to 5 working hours. Have you stuck to that rule, Sean?
Sometimes.
What do you mean sometimes? What am I not
my best.
seeing when I'm not home?
I do my best.
Come on. Yeah, but we're trying to, I mean, the kids, the issue with real estate really is, especially, at least for me, is I work, like Sean said, in front of the computer so much, and the mental strain and just exhaustion that I feel at the end of the day, which is a conversation that we had not too long ago, is the it affects our life work balance because I'm so tired at the end of the day. And like probably because my eyes are strained while I'm looking at the computer most of the day. But even like conversating with people all day long, like it's so exhausting because you're pulling, like people want the information in your head, right? So like they're asking you a whole bunch of real estate related questions that like you have the knowledge to give them. So you're constantly thinking, and I feel like that's so mentally exhausting. I mean, if I could tell you the difference when I used to clean houses with my cleaning business and the difference in exhaustion between real estate and cleaning, you can't even compare the two. I mean, I was physically working just like you did when I was cleaning houses. And I was tired, but I still like did, a bunch of stuff after work, and I came home and just, would cook dinner and, sometimes we would clean things, whatever. But since I started real estate, it's like, oh my God, like the level of exhaustion is so different. Also, I'm older. I'm older now than I was, but I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But there's definitely a different level of exhaustion. But what I was getting at was that, we are working towards balancing work and life better. Like we're trying to do more on the weekends with the kids and taking them places. I mean, we always see our friends on Facebook. They're like going to Kalahari, and they're going here, we're going there. They're going to the farm. And I'm like, I wish, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like people have all this time in the world, and I'm like, where are you getting all this time? But they take their kids everywhere, and we strive to be that family, and our kids, they're super happy. Like, don't get me wrong, but we'd like to take them more places and more experiences.
Yeah. I mean, this year will probably be different too because the past years we've always had a camper, and so we spent every weekend camping basically. Like, so we didn't really do like the small trips to an arcade for the
like
day.
the
Like,
farms and
yeah, we never really did that kind of stuff because we always went camping different places. We loved to go to Delaware. We went all over.
right.
And now we sold the camper. So this summer it's going to be
Yeah, we get to do local stuff,
yeah.
which I always felt like we missed out on anyway. Like we always saw like on Facebook, like everybody going and taking their kids places, and I always felt like sometimes we missed out on doing stuff around the area in the summer. So we definitely plan on hopefully some Lake Wallenpaupack trips. Gonna get me that boat. gonna get us that boat.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay. Risk, honey. Risk.
It's a write-off.
It's a reward. We could take clients out on the boat and show them houses. It is a write-off. That's terrible. Cut that. Just kidding. But yeah, like I would like to experience more of that and give the kids more of that. I grew up doing that lake life stuff in the Catskills, so, and we would love to bring the kids skiing, but it is so expensive now that I don't know if skiing's even on the table unless they come down to about half the price. Right?
Yeah, it is crazy expensive. We just have to go a little further out because obviously we live where it's a very tourist attraction, so they're more expensive.
Yep. Well, I think that about wraps things up.
Yep.
For our discussion today on This Wasn't on the MLS. Have a good day.